Hello everyone, welcome to our show, The Thinker's Corner. In this new episode, we are honored to have with us a very special guest, a remarkable Ambedkarite documentary filmmaker, Somnath Waghmare. So, welcome Somnath to our show.
Thank you so much, and I'm feeling like so happy and so emotional that I never imagined that in London we are like there is kind of building called Ambedkar Center, and we are sitting in Ambedkar Center in outside India. It's like a good feeling.
Yeah, it's really even like I was watching your documentary there in the Oslo village, and that time I was feeling that I'm at home basically. So let's start our conversation with the very basic question that how would you kind of describe your journey from Sangli to London? You know that it's not a very kind of physical journey. It's more more than that. So how you describe
Its
how far
journey,
you travel?
yeah, its journey is kind of painful journey. Obviously, it's a painful journey, but I'm sometimes feeling like I'm not a you know uh, like a special case. Every person from the scheduled caste in India, the people, mostly from the rural area, mostly children from the slum, journey are the same. I feel my journey is not even the Baba Sahib journey.
Yeah.
Okay, the same. I relate my journey with the Baba Sahib journey. Baba Sahib is obviously our journey is a small. So I'm feeling like yeah, I like it's not my individual journey. It's like and I always feeling like uh, Ambedkarite movement, helped me always. So even my journey, our movement is already is like resourceless. We don't have that much economical capital,
True.
but they help me. So I'm like a person who created by movement. I'm not an individual person. It's an individual success. It's my effort. Like I try hard, you know. But obviously, people support me. My family support me. So it's not an individual journey. It's like a community create me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like your most of your documentary also kind of describe it as a community
Yes.
film. It's not about like individual.
Yes. Yes.
So that's how you describe your journey. Like, is it more challenging or thrilling?
Documentary field in India, documentary is very elite medium, right? It's very costly. We don't have that much resource. We don't have a privilege. I don't come from the, bureaucratic family, not coming from the English education.
Yeah.
So we are like, completely privileged person. Sometimes I feeling like after some 10 year like someone make a film on my own life because
Yeah.
my life is I'm feeling like is also film story.
Yeah. True.
So I'm like and my whole idea of the making a film on Ambedkarite stories is that because whenever the non-Dalit person making a film on Dalits, their whole idea is kind of the make a victim. Okay, they never see the assertion, they never see the struggle, they never see how we are organized, they never see how our youth is intellectual, how our every person's life story is a life story. So I wanted to see the assertion of the community. That's my whole filmmaking idea of the filmmaking is like an insider perspective, not
Yeah, yeah,
outsider.
yeah, that's true. Like, but we often see that there are a lot of other medium as well. But
Hmm.
why do you choose the filmmaking? Why filmmaking and not other
I,
medium?
I feel like a camera. I like camera, so I feel like through camera, I tell the stories. So I like camera. That's why. That's why I choose filmmaking.
Like, we also see that it's not about like individual journey, but also about a community journey. But
Yes,
and
yes.
also you already said that the community made you, and that this entire full Ambedkarite movement made you. So how does the Ambedkarite full movement influence your filmmaking and you as a person?
See, like in Maharashtra, I know like we have like we the our privilege is that Baba Sahib
Mm.
and Baba Sahib's movement. So I feel like we born with the ideas of Ambedkarite idea. Nobody of our family members tell us to hide your caste. Nobody, our family members or community member, tell that don't tell anyone that you are from the Baba Sahib's community. So we always feel like pride. Whatever we are poor. We don't have a resource. Our parents are not a bureaucrat. Still, we are feeling like someone from our community is a Baba Sahib.
Mm.
So I'm like always like looking, Baba Sahib is kind of our hero. Our heroes are not typical Bollywood's hero. Our hero is a Baba Sahib, and you know, I think every art is a political art, and art is very personal. So whatever even the like in a industry, they are making a film like Bollywood is like a kind of very elite. They are telling stories of the rich elite Savarna story. So maybe they are telling their own stories. So we are also telling our own stories.
Yeah. Like, do you intentionally choose your themes, like the topic, the subject of your documentary, or it come naturally or organically?
Yeah, I choose like telling stories the way, ki, like I my center is like a people, common people. My center is not some elite people from the community. The masses, because even the Chaityabhumi, the music artists are the main what we call protagonist of the film. Why I choose the musicians? Because I feel, these people, because of the musicians only, maybe I'm wrong. Baba Sahib's movement is now like love in this stage, like everywhere people are discussing about Baba Sahib, that American filmmaker Ava. She also like, the first time Baba Sahib's character in like Hollywood. So this discourse is created with the common people. So we need to recognize them. That's why like I choose a common artist as a protagonist.
Yeah, like you already about talking about your recent film Chaityabhumi, and already you screened 2-3 places. So you talk about like how people is the main component of your film, and how Chaityabhumi successfully embraced that people's joy, suffering, and I can see that while watching Chaityabhumi, I could sense that they are not crowd,
Yeah.
but they are the individual,
Yes.
along with the community
Yes.
spirit. So how did you successfully able to capture those moments, those people's face expression?
Like my style is filmmaking is very different. Whenever I choose the topic now,
Yeah.
I always spend at least 1 year or half a year on a research, because we are a researcher.
Yeah.
We are doing PhD and we are we are reading academics. So I spend a lot of time on research. So before going on the field, I know a lot of things. I make a note, I meet people, I know like what going to happen, because documentary is not a fiction. Once movement end, it means I need to wait for the next 1 year. So that's the one thing. And you know I wanted to like I before filmmaking, actually I was working as a photographer also, so I practice photography, so I know the how to capture the emotions.
Yeah.
So emotions are like I feel like in Chaityabhumi is like a main, because people come with emotion, so we need to show emotions.
Along with that, there are so many things going on, but you able to capture all the things as a one,
Yeah.
as a whole.
Yeah.
It's not like a fragmented piece of people and community. It's very important. Did you face any struggle, any kind of a challenge while making this particular film?
I think challenge is everywhere.
Yeah.
Challenge we born with the challenge. So challenge was there. Yeah, a lot of challenge.
But like what kind of challenge, which kind of at the point of time you felt that it's not gonna
No,
happen?
I never feel. When I'm like very much ambitious person, whenever I choose
You finish.
I finish. Whatever happen.
And also like we were talking about the frame where you appeared in the film while like kind of holding and recording.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, actually, the first we recorded the Chaityabhumi.
Yeah.
That time we had, I think, 3, 4, 5 cameramans. So when I was like sitting on the table, I saw, he recorded me also. So I just put, let's see. Yeah.
And also like there are you were like talking about this jalsa, the music, the Bhim Geet, which is very essential part of this whole Ambedkarite and Phule movement. And so you already talk about that. How did you kind of consciously chose to kind of make all those art form in part of your film?
Hey, listen, like choosing music, there is another reason also. I was working on a project called Ambedkarite Digital Book Mobile. It's a project about the documentation of specifically non-popular Ambedkarite singers from Maharashtra. So that, when I was documenting the artist, that I realized like these people are the main, what is
Hero.
hero of the movement,
Mm.
not academicians, not internet, artists, or even the filmmakers,
Yeah.
activists. These musicians are the main hero of the our movement. Just imagine one person write 2,500 songs on Baba Sahib, Vamandada Kardak. What dedication! We are not,
Like
yeah,
it's more
yeah,
valuable than
yeah, yeah.
any
That's
PhD.
why, yeah, yeah. Obviously, that's why I feel like I want just recognize their work.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Also, like if I
Hmm.
particularly talk about your Chaityabhumi, your camera in one particular frame, your camera zooms in that uh, Shiv Sena poster,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
which I could kind of interpret in a way that how the Ambedkarite movement, Ambedkar as a portrait,
Hmm.
kind of try to include all the community from the diverse people.
Hmm. Hmm.
But at the one point of time when your camera zooms in that frame, bigger banner,
Hmm.
it feels like how their politics of secluding people, excluding people who are not part of their kind of dominant political ideology.
Hmm.
So how this two juxtaposition works in that?
The like when I take this shot, now
Yeah.
it's like when we like a record documentary, there like this brain are working, na.
Mm-hmm.
So Dadar, if you visit the Dadar,
Yeah.
Dadar is very political space, like in Maharashtra. Baba Sahib's house
Definitely,
is
yeah.
there, Rajgruha, Ambedkar Bhavan is there, even Shiv Sena's office is there, Shiv Sena Bhavan, and then Chaityabhumi and Shivaji Park.
Yeah.
So listen, we have a lot of political differences, but we can't avoid sometime. Ki what space is there? So that's why these spaces are there. Ki this is the political space, but at a time, counter political space is also there.
Yeah.
That's the
it.
whole logic to show these spaces are there.
Yeah, in like in particularly in Ambedkarite movement, space are very important. And when we see like the Maidan,
Huh.
when we see the
Huh.
large kind of a place,
Yeah.
ground basically, where a lot of people kind of comes and kind of celebrate Ambedkar Jayanti, so many things. So you actually through your Chaityabhumi film, you try to redefine all these spaces. Like Rahul Sonvipla also was kind of talking about that how the memory of public spaces has been created from the outsider perspective, the upper caste narrative. So how did you see?
See, I feel like our people don't have public spaces. Maybe UP because of the BSP's government,
Yeah.
there are some spaces, but even for what Bahenji created spaces, there is a lot of criticism.
Yeah.
So his whole idea about the public space, this whole elites, they never feel this actually this public space is a government property,
Yeah.
but they feel this is their own property. So we just want, our whole through this film, I wanted to like make a like discussion around the public space. Why
Yeah,
they feel, why our people not feel like this is our space.
Yeah.
Every public space is for everyone, na? Everyone, every citizen. So I want to like
Yeah.
start debate on that.
Yeah, it's true because when we calling it as a public space, it should be for open for all.
Yeah, yeah.
Irrespective of caste, class,
Yes,
gender, race.
definitely.
But in Indian context, we see that how the public spaces are particularly dominated by upper caste.
But that's the thing. They feel this public space is their own property. This is not government property. So we need to claim that space.
Yeah, yeah, and like I'm very hopeful that your this particular film Chaityabhumi will bring this discourse into forward that
Yes.
like people will start thinking about that how we should claim our spaces.
Yes. Yes.
And public spaces, if we call public spaces as our own, then we can also create. And your film also captured those two aspects of that Chaityabhumi as well, like how when we celebrate our heroes, how the other community kind of treat our people. They never kind of provide a space, a good space, like to celebrate our heroes.
Yeah.
And also the like Rahul was mentioning that how the state, when it's about our space, like when Dalit communities are kind of celebrate their particular occasions, our space are basically fragmented by state mechanism.
Yeah.
And you depicted those spaces
Yes.
in your Chaityabhumi.
Yes.
How do you see it?
Let's see. Like I feel like now the film is in public domain.
Yeah.
Everybody is ready to like watch, review, critique, no issue. But I wanted to like through this film, my whole idea is that one is about the politics of public space, and another how Ambedkarite movement is a strong on ground because of common people.
Common people. Yeah.
Through music, through painting, through books, through different art form, how like Baba Saheb's legacy is a carry forward. That's the whole,
Idea.
idea of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see how we get a response.
And yeah, like after seeing your film, I can say that you kind of able to capture and successful in capturing all those emotions, all those moments of different kind of sets of Ambedkarite movement, and how Ambedkarite movement is carried forwarded by the common people. So we hope that this film will get more spaces in elite spaces as well as the common spaces.
Yes, yes.
And I hope London weather is treating you well as well.
Yeah, I like London.
So, Jai Bhim Somnath for coming and agreeing to our podcast. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I just wanted to say Jai Bhim and thank you so much.